Mm. What's up, G? What you on? Oh, yeah. You know all about that. You on that medication? Were you a diabetic? Oh, yeah. You better stay off that sugar. Man. Man. What's, you say you had stopped drinking water? Or sweet? They say they young, wild, and free. Man, big chillin', big pimpin', spinach cheese, big pimpin' on being ladies. Yeah, man. You know me. It's in the house. It's in the house season. Hey yo, come on! I'm trying to rip Kyle Lowry bum ass for sure. That man, it's kind of funny you brought that up. There's football being played is just not at the rate I would like, and plus it's been raining bad like the last 2 weeks. So football pretty much slowed down. I would have got some in today, but Ray got to work at 5:30, so that's pretty much dead. Yeah, nah, bro, we ain't played at the city in almost a month. I've been everywhere else but the city. On 249. On me. Niggas say that ain't the only place. What Tim been on, man? You say y'all was playing football last night? For sure. For sure, word. No cap. Word, bro. Gas ain't cheap no more. They say it's supposed to get even more expensive. Oh, I ain't got no chips to save. That, for sure. Oh. Mm-hmm. Them legs got ruffled. Oh, nigga, I've been out of there. I ain't been working too much. Say it again? For sure. It is. So I just been back to the grind, really. Trying out, trying out to get it pack and flip it. Damn, Kyle Lowry crossed me, bro. I can't have that on my live. That's, oh yeah, he terrible. Eric Bledsoe about to go and give him the blues. For sure. Who got an answer for Giannis? Himself? Shit, Clay looks terrible when he's on the court. When he's off the court, Clay looks like the man. That's low key why they beat the Rockets. For sure. Cause they play better without Durant. You said what to who? I wasn't going for nobody. I ain't had no dog in the fight. My team is at home. And we gonna be at home for like the next 2 or 3 years. We gonna be at home for the next 3 to 4 years. Man, we got a nigga named Frank Vogel as the head coach. Yeah, but that was the East though. That's the Big East. And look at the team he had. He wasn't even coaching. He's stealing money. He wasn't even coaching. Had a way less significant team. Had a way better scheme. So you tell it. That's how the conversation went. That's how the conversation went in the huddle. I'm out of ideas. Magic left because there wasn't gonna be no help in the Lakers. Nobody wants to come and fuck with LeBron, bro. So they weren't gonna get no good free agents. So he left before it got bad. I would have left too. Niggas on public record saying they don't want to play with LeBron. Niggas is wanting to go to the Clippers before they come to the Lakers. Yeah, cause they about to be a shit show for the next 4 years. I think he realized he probably should have came to the city. Oh, so hey, not yet. Yeah, but he's not seeing the bulk of his money until like the back end of the deal. That nigga gonna be 37 years old making Curry money. That nigga gonna be making $44 million at the age of 37. $44 million. And you can't trade him because nobody wants to take that ridiculous contract. Shit, he old as fuck. Nigga old as fuck. Oh, if he wanted to and he did. Harden is getting paid like damn near $300 million to play basketball. Cause he didn't sign a new contract, he signed an extension. An extension is merely more money on top of the money we've already paid you. Yeah, he ain't going no goddamn well. He's here. Shit, for 82 games. And after 82, all bets off. Hey, man, I mean, shit, everybody ain't got that in them, though. I mean, look at Peyton Manning. As cold as Peyton Manning is, during the off-season, during the postseason, the nigga just... Going by that logic, that means Robert Horry the best of all time. Understandable. Hold on right quick. What's good with it? You say you will be or you won't be?
I won't be, man. That rain, got that too much fucking rain. It ain't fucking hard. It ain't that
hard. Understandable. Damn. And here I was about to go.
I wanted to go to a but now, like when that changed, I was like, nah, I can't even fuck with it.
Oh, that's cold. Man, I was gonna go. Damn. That's why I called you yesterday, because I was in the car talking to my mama about it. And you know. I bet. No. Not even a little bit. You can't be the best just pulling threes, though. That nigga nailed that house.
Pelicans won the lottery in the first shot at drafting Zion Williamson, which also puts Anthony Davis's future play, Damon Jones, in the building. Good to have you with us.
Before we even get into the next subject, can I just take a moment to say this about the NBA? What is wrong with y'all? The Lakers and the Knicks lose out to New Orleans and Memphis. I understand parity. I understand that we want to be sensitive to the smaller market. I get it. I really do. But damn, one of them could be the top two. You have to have both of them at the top two. I mean, the 2019 NBA draft is coming up like sizzle, glitz, and glam. Everybody looking forward to it. And the first two picks are going to New Orleans and Memphis, Tennessee. mean, come on.
Let me just say quickly before
This is not the NFL, man.
until we get on the subject. I'm glad you said NFL. New Orleans is the single worst place Zion could have wound up, and it's for this one reason. Forget about the fact it's not a huge, glamorous market or anything like that. They are a stingy organization who treats the players, their most valuable commodities, cheaply by using both in the market, so they double dip. As a result, they lose more player minutes to injury year in and year out than any other team. Zion just hurt himself because he broke his sneaker open. They're gonna play him cheap with the trading.
Let me just put my hat on, because you said that before, and I just want to let you know, we talked about that months ago. I want to let you know that the NBA, along with New Orleans, reached out and called me personally and said that has changed. That is not the case anymore.
Good.
They're saying that, please, that they're highly sensitive about that.
Well, they shouldn't have done it. Be sensitive about it. Don't be stupid.
I'm just saying, the point is that, in other words, we have an obligation to point out, if it's changed and they're not double dipping, they're saying that is no longer the case.
Then I will say this.
Okay.
Then I'll say this to the NBA, but particularly to the Pelicans. Don't be sensitive about it. That the light was shown on it. Just don't be stupid in the first place.
No, they said that it wasn't being done anymore at the time that we said.
Well, then maybe I was being stupid for not.
That's what they're saying. They're saying that was initially.
We can all be stupid.
Ultimately, that was eradicated. Let's move on. But that's the
David Griffin has come in, and he's made those changes. He brought in
real GM,
the physical therapist guy from the Phoenix Suns that had so much to do with keeping guys healthy, like Shaquille O'Neal back in the days or whatever. So kudos to David Griffin for
being a real GM
right away.
The biggest thing, let's be clear, David Griffin would not have taken the job under those conditions.
Exactly.
Right.
So we know. Let's go.
Right, guys like him, Ty Lue, they're not going to let you
Let
just
me ask you
point
this.
their
Is this
stats.
good or bad news for the Lakers that the Pelicans have the #1 pick?
It's bad news for the Lakers. And this is the reason. Look, once the Lakers got the 4th pick, they now have yet another tradable asset to try to land AD in a trade. That would be the same whether or not the Pelicans picked first. The reason it's bad news, if it has any effect at all, is you start to look at the Pelicans roster at the moment. Sure, AD wants out for reasons bigger than just basketball. AD, Zion, let's not forget Drew Holiday. All of a sudden, Julius Randle, by the way, is kind of like a less athletic Zion in certain respects, right? Like
They're very similar.
they are in certain respects. Alfred Payton. I mean, they have guys who can play on that team. And now you add Zion. They were sort of a bubble playoff type team heading into the season anyway. They made the playoffs recently. Now you add Zion. If anything, it's going to be more attractive to AD, not less, as a result.
Well, I think I'm going to disagree. I think it's great for the Lakers because I'm under the impression, I don't know, y'all, changed my mind, that the Lakers right now are in win-now mode, okay? So if they're in win-now mode, they have assets now with that #4 pick and their young assets to re-engage New Orleans and make it a trade.
Zion going to them, though. I agree with that, but Zion, we're talking about Zion, the #1 pick going to Pelicans. How's that good for the Lakers?
It's good for the Lakers because if the Pelicans don't get Zion Williamson and David Griffin can't get AD to come back to New Orleans, then you don't make that trade. You keep him as long as you can.
Let me break it down. The reason why it's good because I went to New York and there was any truth, which Wojnarowski knocked down. If there were any truth to the murmurs that the New York Knicks would have packaged the #1 pick and moved them, which they have emphatically and categorically denied, by the way. I spoke to the Knicks this morning. My point to you is the fact that that asset went to New Orleans. Understand what it means to New Orleans in the eyes of some people. Yes, you could sit up there and you could keep Anthony Davis, assuming he wants to stay. He will not want to stay. The status quo remains. He wants out, okay? He wants out, and damn it, he wants out, Max, before media day. He wants out before media day. They don't want to go to media day, okay? So understand this. If you have to make a move, because Zion is so box office, now you can build around him and still sell tickets, which is important to New Orleans. If you're the Lakers, you're targeting Darius Garland out of Vanderbilt. This is a point guard that you probably consider to be better than Lonzo Ball. The only question about him is the meniscus tear that he had. And oh, by the way, the New York Knicks might be looking at him more than R.J. Barrett. With that being the case, if you have that asset as a Laker and you're willing to package Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma with that number 4 overall pick, that puts you in prime position to get AD. And that's why
the argument, let me understand your argument. You may have convinced me. Is your argument that they need a box office attraction? The Lakers don't have that, but they do have good young assets. So because the Pelicans have a box office attraction, Zion Williamson, now they don't need another box office attraction in the trade for AD.
Right.
They can take complementary pieces to build around Zion. I buy that. I buy it.
That's the thinking. In other words, that's the thinking from people who are talking about having to do business with a quality executive like a David Griffin.
Yes.
They're thinking that's what they could sell because he's interested in building something. Remember, this last one, and you can speak to this. This is what we have to remember about Dave Griffin. He's got a really good resume, knowledgeable basketball mind, highly respected, but really was devoid of recognition until he was in Cleveland.
Yes.
The problem with being in Cleveland is that no matter who did what, LeBron is the one that gets the credit. So now you're David Griffin, and you're in position to build something around a rookie coming in. And if you do this successfully with the parts that you surround, oh my Lord, he'd be considered a modern day Jerry West.
Yes. Not only could you trade AD, Coach, I'm just saying if you really want to, Zion's 18 years old and he's not making any money yet, right? Drew Holiday, like they have assets on that team that they could just put a ridiculous young squad and have draft picks around Zion.
No question. All right, guys, the Knicks miss out on Zion. You don't want to miss Fat Joe's reaction to that at the bottom of the hour. Can't wait to talk to him. Coming up next, Damon sticking around to let us know if the Western Conference Finals is already over after that Game 1 beatdown without KD. We'll get into it.
Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, and cryptocurrencies all commission-free. Getting started is easy, and you can invest in the companies you love in a few taps and a swipe. It's time to take control of your financial.
Anticipated an historical brother versus brother Curry edition battle, the oldest brother rose victorious. The Warriors guard finished with 36 points and 7 dimes. Steph Curry matched the scoring and assist output of Portland's Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum by himself. As for Dame, he led the Blazers with 19 points, but did so on 4 of 12 shooting while committing 7 turnovers. For his career, Sub-Zero now has 0 road playoff wins versus the Warriors in 6 tries. After the game, Portland's defense was questioned because Golden State nearly doubled up Portland in scoring off uncontested field goals on Tuesday. Curry alone made 7 uncontested threes.
Houston had some success, trapping Steph and really getting out on him. Is this sustainable for you guys to keep dropping the big so far?
Did they, I can't remember, when he had 33 in the second half, were they trapping them?
Yes.
They were? And he scored 33 in the second half?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll look at that.
I'm dying.
Portland doesn't have that much time to rework its defense strategy. Game 2 is tomorrow night at 9 Eastern on ESPN. Now let's toss it back to First Take. He was a little fired up. Does last night's beatdown, Stephen A., prove the Warriors can win the chip without Kevin Durant?
No, because I don't think they can. Let me be very, very clear with what I'm about to say. My apologies, because I love all of those guys over there. But my apologies to all of them. The Golden State Warriors are not winning the championship this year without Kevin Durant. I'm stating that as a point of fact. I want to put myself...
You think Bucks and Raptors?
Well, I don't think the Raptors are beating the Bucks. That's what I'm basically saying.
Yeah. So you're saying the Bucks.
Yeah, can Golden State beat Toronto? Yes.
Okay.
But I'm just saying I don't believe the Raptors are going to the finals. I believe it's going to be the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't believe that Golden State, this Golden State team, is tremendous as they looked in Game 6. Is tremendous as they looked defensively last night. Steph Curry goes ballistic, hits 9 of 15 threes. Clay wasn't too damn bad either with 26 points. Let me tell you something. They're not beating the Milwaukee Bucks without Kevin Durant. So that's my barometer because I'm predicting Milwaukee's going to the finals. and they would face Milwaukee. If they got to the finals, which I believe they will beat the Blazers. And when that happens, they're going to fall if they don't have KD. It's just that simple to me. I saw nothing that proves otherwise. Nothing.
Does last night's beatdown prove the Warriors can win a chip without KD? No. There are 2 trips to the finals and 1 championship before KD got there. Proves they can win a championship without KD.
Really?
Now, yes. Now, I would say that you say the Warriors aren't going to win a chip this year without KD. I actually, if you ask me who my pick is, I don't think they'll win a chip with KD this year. I think the Bucks, if they beat the Raptors, it's a tough series, will beat the Warriors even with KD.
So you're on the record. You're picking Milwaukee. Well, I'm saying, why do we love...
Sorry. Damn.
Not concerned about the finger, shaking the shoes off Tucker, fires at 3 and bang, it's good. Bang!
They both ugly, boy. Damn.
But they gotta be healthy. Brogdon and Mirotic gotta come back healthy.
I always give you a pass on injury, but I'm saying fully healthy.
Yep.
You're saying
I think
that even when KD comes back, you're picking Block.
By the way, provided they get by Toronto, that's a tough series. So I like the way they match up with the Warriors. I do.
Okay.
Now, let me say this. They're less likely to win a championship without KD than with KD. Like, that goes without saying. I hope people understand that when you see in the regular season, Steph is better without KD, something, whatever, that's regular season. You know, I showed you the numbers yesterday. Before KD got there, their regular season winning percentage was 8-something. Postseason was below 7, right? Then KD got there. Regular season winning percentage dropped to 7-something. Their postseason's at 800. Now, Stephen A., you mentioned that they got more experience. They realized don't do so much in the regular season. Save it for the playoffs. That has something to do with it. But I think more than anything, KD is a guy you can't really prepare for. There's nothing you can really do. I understand. Those two-way wings are always the best players in basketball. Who's the conversation really about? LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, the Freak, KD. Those guys, and guys like Harden and Steph, when it gets to this time of year, they fall out of the conversation. Even guys like Embiid, even AD, although I would have liked to seen him on a very good team, we'll see that soon enough, I think, kind of fall out of the conversation. The ball-handling guys who can play two ways with size and shoot and take it to the rack and all that stuff, those are the guys in the conversation. You can't really prep for KD, especially not on that team with Steph and Clay. So, of course, they're less likely to. Can they win a championship? Can they? Just as I said about Harden. Harden, be the MVP when it matters most. You can beat the Warriors. I'll say the same thing about
shit, little nigga.
Steph. Do this when it matters most. Stephen A., I'm not worried about him against a Portland team that they're favored to beat. Game 1 at home, Steph balling out. When I get concerned about Steph, just based on his resume, I'm just basing it on the games I've seen him play. are in big games against teams that are really threats to them on the road, or even we saw against LeBron and them at home. When they need more from Steph, that's when I get nervous about Steph. So can they win a championship without KD? Yes. But Steph has got to do better in the truly big games and moments than he's done so far. I'm not saying he can't do it. He just hasn't shown it yet.
Bottom line is this. You agree with me? Warriors can't win a title without KD because you don't have a winner there with KD. And by the way, let me be very, very clear.
They can.
They will. Okay, that's fine. You can be literal. That's fine. That works. But here's the deal. You know, it's interesting. You said, well, they won a title without KD. That was, what, 4 years ago? Okay. Well, you know what, Max? I mean, we rewind the clock back. I had an afro. You know, what the hell? What the hell? 4 years ago, you're right. I did it.
1977?
What I'm trying to say to you is... What I'm trying to say to you is, just because... They did it 4 years ago, that don't have anything to do with now. You can't sit up there and say, well, the Warriors did this 4 years ago without KD so they could do it now. A lot has happened in 4 years. You know what 4 years on your body can do? When you've been in the finals every single year? The mileage that guys have accumulated. Let me ask you a question. Does Andre Iguodala look the same, even though he's still effective? Does Sean Livingston look the same?
No.
Does Andrew Bogut look the same?
No.
And I mean, come on now. All I'm trying to say to you is that people don't look the same. 4 years is a long time.
I'm being a little slick. You're right. It's not exactly the same thing, but I would say this. Steph Curry, I trust now more in the situations I just brought up than I did back then, what I saw back then. I think he has more experience.
But that was their first year.
I also say Clay's gotten better. That somewhat offsets what was... And Draymond has lost a little bit, but not a whole lot. And Iguodala, you're right overall. But in big moments, I still love me some Iguodala. They're essentially the same team.
One of the things I think that, everybody's forgetting, Milwaukee has home court advantage.
Yeah.
The number one seed.
Yeah.
You got to come through Milwaukee to win the chip. Now, obviously, Golden State can go on the road and beat anybody. But you're talking about a team that is starving like a bunch of piranhas, that defend. They got a superstar in the Greek Freak, and they've surrounded him with ideal complementary pieces. I'm just saying to you, Milwaukee has my respect. KD has my deference, my reverence. And I'm looking at KD and I'm saying, excuse me, it is disrespectful to think that the Warriors are better without him in any situation, especially these finals.
Yeah.
You need, let me tell you something, there is one non-answer that the Greek Freak can answer almost any challenge. What you gonna do when you going up against a dude that can look you eye to eye, and you'll get your dunks, but he'll respond with a three, right in your because that's the kind of player KD is. That to me is the kryptonite to Milwaukee.
Nothing playoff, I said from the beginning, this playoffs with LeBron out, who's the best player in the world? I think right now, the Greek Freak and Kawhi are battling it out. If KD comes back, the winner from that series versus KD gives you your answer. And I believe the answer is the Greek Freak.
Okay.
All right, let's leave it right on that note. Golden State leads the series 1-0 tomorrow on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. We have Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. For you from Oracle, that's at 9 Eastern. Our coverage tips at 8 with NBA Countdown. Both are streaming live on the ESPN app, so you can watch it anywhere. Coming up at the top of the hour, no Zion and no problem for the King. Why the results last night?
No, breaking, laces.
Trent.
Yeah, dear.
What's going on?
What's the word?
Shit, nothing. Just at work. About to go do some shit to the school real quick.
Oh, me? What time you get off?
Shit, probably around like 5 or 6.
Ah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. That's what it
You what you got
sound
going
like.
on?
No, man, on the game.
Oh, damn. I probably after work. I'll probably come up to you guys and smoke with y'all.
You said what?
I say probably after work. I come out there and smoke some with y'all or something.
Yeah, man, this hard ass nigga Josh supposed to come over here and get to the work in this basketball, man.
I had lost my whole wallet in that nigga car yesterday.
You got it?
Nope.
Was there some money in there?
Yep.
Ooh, how
It
much?
was only like $9.
Oh yeah, that boy put that in his gas tank.
What? Well, it did. Then outside, we went to the gas station. We went to the chicken spot, and we went to the gym. But the first place we went to was the gym, and I had that hoe when I was in the gym. Came out the gym, went and put that hoe in this car. That hoe gone.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Nigga
I
say,
ain't doing too much tripping, dog. I just gotta get some money and do the whole fucking shit again.
damn, big bro.
Oh shit. But yeah, I mean, I ain't doing shit, just working. Probably get off, try to find some green.
I can find you something depending on what you're looking for.
Shit, I'm out of there right now. That's why I said I was gonna look for something. My homeboy and shit probably do him a favor and put me in some shit.
Oh, how they put me on the bench? That's nuts.
Huh.
Oh man. Yeah, man. That sound like the move. Well, shit, hit me up when you get off.
Alright, I got you.
Bet. What he on? Hey, I'm gonna go out there. Be aggressive on that. We beating the beating the brakes off these niggas. Ooh, Paul.
Summertime tips and fun facts from Paul, Kristen, and Dex.
About me.
That's big time. That's Sin City. That's the entertainment capital of the world. Man, holy shit. Donny Osmond, Marie Osmond, Conrad Thompson.
Oh gosh.
George Strait. Holy shit, all in one. How about that?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what that means. I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, you do know what that means.
Yeah, AEW is what's causing all this. Double or Nothing is right around the corner, and they continue to roll out more stuff that gets me more excited by the day for the big show. If you haven't already, make your plans to be in Las Vegas this Memorial Day weekend. I know Tony's going to be there. I'm going to be there. And Tony, you have really stepped up and become a leader in my little StarCast brigade for organizing this show, and I appreciate all your efforts very much, sir.
I love working. I love, you and I have talked about me loving being a producer, and that's what I always wanted to do. And so thanks for letting me be a part of it. I'm having a great time. Although I am working with a bunch of slapdicks like Dave Silva and Chris McDonald, and who else we got working with us? Oh, Mike Dockert.
Doc is our gimmick attorney, our Costco attorney.
Yeah.
It's funny because people in his office heard that and then thought he would be upset when he heard that I referred to him as like the Costco of trademark attorneys.
Right.
And he wasn't. He took it in great stride and knew exactly what I meant. And, well, okay, that's enough behind the scenes. Let's address it head on here. You don't like working with slapdicks, right?
I don't mind working with slapdicks, but, my whole life's been, I got like a bunch of kids that are slapdicks. There's slapdicks at the baseball park. There's slapdicks at the football stadium. So I thought maybe I'll just step away from that and do some behind-the-scenes work.
Well, hang on. I've got an idea.
All right.
If you're wanting to get away from slapdicks but still need to make a great income, you can always go drive for Atlas.
There you go. That's a hell of an idea. That's why you are who you are, because you come up with those great ideas. And here's the best idea about driving for Atlas: the money you can make. Oh, shit. I read this, and I read it again, and I looked again, and I thought, really? Between $143,000 and $197,000 average per year. Do you know how many people? You know what income bracket that's going to put you in? Not many people make that kind of bracket.
I'm guessing a good one.
Yeah. Your first year, between 143 and 197K, your first year, depending on which of the three divisions you drive for. Home time up to 7 to 10 days, depending on your routes. And our man is Brett. They get Van Hart, man. Andy's team's going to hook you up. So if you're owner-operator, give them a call today. All right? If you're new to the industry, you're ready to ride off to the sunset, go new places with our buddy Brett at Atlas. Here's your number, 877-778-6959. 877-778-6959. I could be a jingle singer, don't you think?
No, I don't think you can, but I do think you could drive truck for Atlas and you can make a bunch of cash. And tell them how to do that one more time.
That's 877-778-6959. Or check them out at facebook.com/driveatlas. Facebook.com/driveatlas. Here's their website as well. www, you know that. driveforatlas.com/wrestle. Drive4atlas.com/wrestle. And get in touch with Brett, the Hitman Heartman, and Drive for Atlas today. Straight up, buddy. That's our buddies at Atlas Fan.
Well, I think that a lot of our listeners are listening about Drive Atlas and are probably going to be looking to make some more money. I know this is the time of year where people start talking about going on vacations, and maybe it's time to look for a new house while the kids are out of school this summer, and maybe get into a new school district in time for next year, whatever the case may be. So why not check out Drive Atlas? Let's talk about what we're here for today, though. ECW, guilty as charged, 2001. This is the last ever ECW pay-per-view, and I know you're going to say, oh, but they did it in a Shut up. That was the WWE's version of ECW. This is the real ECW. This is the Paul Heyman owned and operated ECW. And this is the swan song, the last pay-per-view. The writing was on the wall. They had fallen behind on their payroll. A lot of their talent was not being paid in a timely manner, some not at all. And the pay-per-view paydays were lagging. I think people have learned about that over the years, that you don't get your pay-per-view check for months, several months sometimes. And while the revenue was going to be there eventually, it wasn't there yet. So TNN decides to get in bed with WWE, and that puts ECW in a precarious spot. They're going to lose their television. But they've got, magazine revenue, they've got action figure revenue, they've got video game revenue. But they're going to need some sort of television right deal somewhere. Clock is ticking. Heyman runs out of time. He can't catch up. That's a wrap for ECW. So this is a depressing show for me. Because this is the end. And this is the end of something I really, really love. This is probably similar to how you felt when Mid-Atlantic went under, growing up in that Mid-Atlantic territory. Right. And then when they sold out, obviously you were already in the business, but if you weren't, as a fan, this is probably as close as that comparison is going to get for wrestling.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. When the name Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling was changed to NWA Pro Wrestling, I'm sure that a lot of guys and gals and people in the Mid-Atlantic area were very upset about that. So I understand that. I understand the end of an era, so to speak. But the good news is I'm excited to see Rob Van Dam and Jerry Lynn in a cage.
Well, let's get into it, because I think you're gonna see some things differently maybe before. But I know lately you've been looking to see some things a little differently, and you started using 4Hims. Yeah. 4Hims.com is a one-stop shop for both hair loss and skin prescriptions, solutions, it's all backed by science. And one ED pill, starting with a V, just came off the patent on December 11th, and that's a game changer. What that means for you is now, no waiting room, no more doctor's visits in person, no lines. You get to save time and money at 4hims.com. It's very easy. Answer a few quick questions and have a chat with your doctor for a confidential review. These products will be shipped directly to your door. And severe ED isn't just an issue for old rich guys with bathtubs. It affects men in their 30s and 40s. And being your best means performing your best. And we've got great news for our listeners right now. You can try Hims for a month today for just $5. That's right, a month supply, just $5. We'll get you started for just $5 while supplies last, of course. So see the website for full details and safety information. But this one's cost hundreds of dollars if you went to a traditional doctor or pharmacy. So go to 4hims.com/win. That's WHEN, like what happened when. That's FORHIMS.com/win. 4hims.com/win. Pretty cool deal here, man. 4hims has been a sponsor for us for a while, and I know you were using it to treat your hair, skincare. Right. They got it all over at 4hims.com.
Yeah, they do. Hair, skincare, and you know how much hair I had been losing, and how now I'm looking better. And
I mean, you're feeling so good about yourself since you started using 4hims. You pierced your fucking ears.
Well, I had already I just re-pierced my ears.
Well, you went and got new pubic zirconias. What?
Yeah. Well, it was 14 karat gold stud, so I mean,
why would you go to the trouble of using real gold if you're going to use fake diamond?
I don't know, because you can get by with. If you use real gold, it's not as irritating on your ears, you see, than if you use fake gold or something that. And this. Well, you know what? I can only explain it to my cool friends. So.
Oh, well, that's not me, clearly.
No, you are cool. I think you should get a. I think you should get a pierce.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Let's get the show over. Can we wake up Lois? Can we get the show on the road? I'm ready to talk about ECW.
All right, let's bring Lois in and get this thing going. Lois, come on in here and give us your countdown.
Guilty as charged. That's Tony. Yeah, he's guilty as charged for getting his ears pierced. For the second time! The second time! What a dumbass. 3, 2, 1, play!
The following program is presented in its original form. It's the end of ECW. Any connection with the WWE should be ignored. Da, 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 da. You know what the words that music is? We buried another promotion. Following program is rated TVMA. TV motherfucker asshole. That's what you're about to watch, motherfucker. You're an asshole. You can activate parental controls from any device by going up your ass. This is extreme. This is the end. This is Conrad jerking off. No, it's not. Whoa, what do we start out with here?
So it's Paul Heyman attacking Cyrus the Virus, who's a representative of the network, and you can see that Joey Styles is not happy with that. Here we are at the Hammerstein Ballroom, which we have covered before. It was the home of ECW One Night Stand when they came back in 2005. And there's our fearless leader. And there is the franchise they're trying to build, Rhino. And look at this. He's going to pile drive Sandman's wife through the table.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Spearing cops. He don't care.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty good build-up to make him a badass, but a pile driver through the table? Who agreed to take that shit?
Sandman's wife. And look at that. A pile driver off the top rope for Kid Cash.
Yikes. Oh, we're going to put again. Fuck.
Spike Dudley.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's easy money right there.
Yep.
And we've talked about WCW. How about Kid Cash doing a little flippity-doo-dah?
Wow.
They all fall down. Wasn't that great?
That was tremendous.
Kid Cash with the Hurricane Rana off the top rope, through a table for Mikey Whipwreck. The Jerry and Sue. This may be the end, but they're still doing some I think you were saying ugly motherfucker.
Oh, no, what? Oh. Oh, what if she still got that?
Still got, yeah, she still got both of them.
I know. I was talking about the white.
That's what I was talking about, the outfits. She's got both of those outfits. What do you think I was talking? Look at this. Wasn't that great? Steve Carino is just the balcony, swinging canes on the balcony.
Oh, my God. Hanging on the balcony. Hanging on the fucking balcony. Hanging. One hand. What? I go back to this, and I know you saw this, the John Oliver thing on wrestling where he was hammering Vince and all that stuff, but he did say how much he liked wrestling, and he said, and boy, there's our buddy.
How about C.W. Anderson? Have you ever seen him before?
I have not.
So it's not Gene Anderson, it's not Ole, it's not Arn, it's C.W.
C.W. Yeah.
Go up to the table the backwards way. How about that?
Like he said, like John Oliver said, you just gotta love the entertainment value of wrestling. And buddy, if you're not entertained by this shit, here's my question though.
Brad, hang tight. I want you to focus on what's about to happen in this match. There's a part in this match that will definitely show. I want your opinion on it.
Okay. During the match, you're doing these highlights here.
These highlights. Oh no, they skipped it. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Oh, I was just saying that you've got to be entertained by this shit.
How could you not?
I know. It's just great entertaining. You're telling me that you wouldn't.
Be all right.
Dawn Marie.
Yep, yes, sir.
Is she? She's bouncing there. Was she?
Are you all right?
Yeah. I was drinking some coffee just now, and I just kind of. Are Francine? Stop that. Are Francine and Dawn Marie going to have a fight here in the show?
Well, I mean, what do you think?
Oh.
I hope they're not wearing short skirts and wearing thongs. That'd be terrible.
Here's my question. Can you? These highlights are so phenomenal. It's like, okay, that's great. Fade to black. We're done. How can a show top what we're seeing here?
Well, what they're doing is they're showing you clips from the Miracle on 34th Street, or Nightmare, or I don't know, fucking whatever it was. It was a December pay-per-view for ECW in 2000, and it was ripping on the old, or spoofing off the old, what's it called? Miracle on 34th Street. You know, the Christmas movie or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Well, so then they did one like Massacre on 34th Street or something like that. But you get the gist. Same building, and it's the same hot crowd. And look who it is in the middle. Joey Styles and our great close personal friend, Mr. Joel Gertner, the lyrical miracle.
He's so fucking cool. Now, that's not the Dusty Rhodes jacket, but it doesn't need to be. That's not Dusty Rhodes under there either.
By the way, I'm going to need you, since you're getting svelte, growing facial hair, putting CZs in your ears, you know, taking 4 M's to get your hair. You're probably doing a lot of blue chew to get that cock meat right.
Yep.
You need to be wearing this. Let's listen to what Joel's about to say here, because Joel's usually entertaining for you.
It is I, the man for whom, if it's a crime for my cock to be large, then you know I'm always guilty as charged.
What do you think about that? If it's a crime for my cock to be large, I'm always guilty as charged. Can you imagine how much more fun Nitro would have been if you and Mark Madden were able to talk like you do in real life?
Joey Styles trying not to laugh.
Well, yeah.
Be serious, Joe. I have a serious question.
I'm listening.
Do you think the advent of ECW kicked off the decline of society?
Oh my God! Listen to you.
Really?
Why would you say that?
Just because, I mean, now we're out talking about our cocks, and we're out looking for blood, and we're out. The more violent, the better. I don't know. Just as a question. It's a valid question.
I'm not arguing that.
Okay. He's taking over the show here.
Well, I mean, it's the open of the show. You can tell fans are ready. Everybody's standing.
Right.
Everybody's ready. There's a sign on the back that says Chris Shepard is gay.
Oh, yeah.
If that's really true, that's a terrible way for him to be outed to his family. Because I'm sure his mom is watching ECW Guilty as Charged 2001. Not by Chris.
And if she is, she's on the